Well, it is my favorite time of the month, and you know what this means. It means a recap of the previous one, what we released, what is new, and my high energy, of course, showing you all of that. So let's see what we shipped for the month of March in Consentmo. Starting with the first thing, which is our banner layout, the smart consent. If you haven't seen it already, which I think I already covered in a couple of posts during the month, this is how it works. It works in a very, very seamless way, in a way that it doesn't block the user journey while browsing your store. At the very top, it shows open, and as soon as you start browsing, it collapses down into this view of a widget. So yeah, it's been very well adopted from merchants so far. We see that people are looking for this, so we're very happy that it's been accepted like this, and we can't wait to see on how many more stores it will be adopted. So let's see what we have next. We have more granular smart geotargeting controls. Like, to be honest, because I checked and I tested and I was looking for something better in the Shopify App Store, but there is no granular consent that goes at this level, at the level that Consentmo goes. You cannot just enable a banner for a particular region, but it's like setting the default cookies for that region, and I'm referring to states, not only countries. Setting the opt-out signals, setting the explicit or implied consent. You can fine-tune compliance in such a way that you cannot do in any other app out there. So if you need to be that granular with consent, this is the feature you need to have on your end. Next, we have the enhanced force banner with blur and scroll block. So we do have this veil, this wall, let's say. I think in many countries they call it the cookie wall. If you want to block the content of your site without people first, interacting with the banner and they cannot navigate, we can, at this point, not simply block the content while people still see what is happening behind, but we can also blur and also block the scroll if you need to. So that's like additional updates on that if you need this much of a gatekeeping of your site. If you don't, of course you can continue as usual, but if you want to go even 2 steps further, we have the controls for you to do it. Next, we have our brand new privacy center, which has been completely revamped. I mean, from the bottom up. Like, all of the privacy pages, the way they're generated, the links, everything is being generated just by picking your region, and you just need to go and add it to your footer menu or to the main menu of your site, whatever you need. And then you have a clear visibility of how the emails look when you send them to users from the DSR pages and all these things. So it's not like in other apps where you need to follow a very difficult to follow through 10-step journey of creating a page. Those pages are pre-generated, you have their links, you can easily link them. It's just so easy. And this was released last month, but this month the privacy center is gonna get smarter. So hint, something that is coming up in the next days. Stay tuned for that. And speaking of smart features, we have the app search, which is not simply smart, but at this level is genius smart, because you cannot just simply type something, it will lead you to the place. Like, that's so February. At this point you can ask it full-blown questions and it will reply with what are your cookie banner colors, or how many impressions for the past week or for the past 2 weeks, like this. So it does give you comprehensive information based on the questions you ask it, which is just getting smarter and smarter. And we see people using it more and more because, we live in this world where people just want to ask things and they don't need to necessarily know where things are in the app, which is totally fine. We've got you covered. Next, we have more regions added to the smart geotargeting. We have Hong Kong and Macao. So we're expanding to the Asia Pacific, to the APAC region, which is amazing. But yeah, just to confirm, our smart geotargeting is expanding all the time. You don't need to follow through anything here. We're gonna be adding it for you automatically, so you can just go ahead and enable if you need it, of course. Next, we have the cookie scanner AI update. Right now, we have fewer and fewer unclassified cookies as a case, because we all know as you scan, you don't want to see unclassified cookies. That's the last thing you want to see, because you need to go manually, fine-tune, just edit, adding provider description, look for some stuff. Like, currently the situation is like this: if you have an unclassified cookie, most probably it's a custom cookie for your website and you already know what it's all about. Everything else, because we enriched our database of cookies, will be automatically classified, specifically with the AI-powered recognition. Next, we have GPC auto triggers for CCPA compliance. Right now, this happens automatically on the background. You don't need to do anything. We just have stronger CCPA compliance with this. It works on the background, nothing that you can see on the app, but we wanted to say it because it's a really nice update and it just works quietly on the background, keeping you compliant for California. And speaking of compliance, we don't just want to give a solution, that we say, okay, we're compliant, we're covering this and that. We're looking at compliance on every level. And when it comes to every level, it's also about the fonts you're serving and how you're serving them. So right now, our fonts are being served from Bunny CDN instead of Google CDN, which covers full compliance. So this is how we look at compliance. It's not just, here is the banner, here are the DSR pages, now if you run Consentmo, you're compliant. No, we look at compliance on every level, and that's the level of care that we have. Next, we have the cookie widget that you can now choose to be either floating or with a link option, which was so requested in support, and we had to go ahead and give some custom solutions for different stores. Right now, it's an option. You just either choose floating or link option, and it's that simple. It's really, really nice that our support now does not need to explain how you can achieve this. At the same time, people can just choose it and they're good to go. And the question of the month is, what is the number one question your customers ask about cookies or data privacy? Let us know in the comments. We're building answers into the app. And yeah, if you want to generally vibe with us, be compliant with us, or simply learn how to enter meetings with high energy, follow us for more content, for more updates, and just in general, yeah, make sure your vibes are high. And I'll make sure to drop this song in the comments. See you in the next one.